Hey, it's me, the gamer, or should I say game developer. It's been quite a while since you have heard my voice, I guess 2 weeks maybe, because the last video it was a trailer for my newest game. Now my game is known as Mitoda. You can probably see the image right there. Mitoda doesn't exactly mean anything at all, just Mitoda. I took inspiration from the way the pronunciation at least is hiragana or katakana, which is the Japanese way of writing characters. Which you have like Mitoda, which could be, in my opinion, it should be written in katakana because that's what it sounds like, I guess. Maybe it's time to actually show you the game and tell you a bit about it. Now, in front of you, you have my desktop. Don't mind anything that's here, it's just like... Now this is how my project looks like in the game engine. Of course, we have the main attraction, the main character. He doesn't have a name yet. Or he does have a canon name. His canon name is Mary. And while you may be confused as to why he is called Mary or why it is a he, it's because, I don't know, I wanted to give him a gender and I gave him and him. He is a dude and you have to accept it. He can be a girl if you want to, but canonically it's a boy. And its name is Mary. And his name is Mary. For now. Next, we have collectibles. Now this is a coin. It's one of the 2 collectibles which you can collect in the game. I'm planning on building a shop system for the eventual release, sooner or later, where you can spend these on cosmetics, perhaps. It's not set in stone yet. And then we have these. Now, if you're a proper fan of my game dev stuff, you will know that this is the bulb. It's a bulb from the first release of the Blob Awakens game, which doesn't exist anymore, so whoopsie daisy. The only person which actually has it isn't even me on this computer. It's on my other computer. Now the bulb can be used as another form of currency, probably somewhat more rare. And then we have these spikes. They kill you, which you could probably see in the trailer. Now, all of these have animation except for the spikes and the ground and the whatnot, but the player has animation, the door has animation, we have a lot of stuff that has animations. So just to prove it to you, I have to, there, give it a zoom and it's moving. Now, I have gotten a comment which makes the bulb seems like a heart. And lo and behold, that's exactly what it's supposed to sound like. So for this video I wanted to add a sound effect which I have created before. And I am going to put the sound effect on the bulb, which which gives it more purpose, I would say. Now I'd just like to give a small, teeny tiny shout out to the channel Coding in Flow. He creates game dev tutorials and I personally think he is amazing. Now I would also like to mention that the game is going to take some more time to actually get out, because it's a big game. Really big game. Now where do I have it? Oh, never mind, I had it. I have sounds. Def sound real. I was planning on playing this when the player died, which is why it's called the death sound. This is the jumping sound. Collectible blob. Sounds like a heart, and then it's coin. I have some coins laying around, so I just scratched it around and played around with it. My favorite is obviously this one. Maria. Yeah, this is my voice. Just not as good as my original voice, of course. And to play death sounds, or to play music in general, we have to... Now this is the code which I have written myself using the coding and flow tutorial. I'm going to put a link to his playlist and his channel, of course, in the description, hopefully, so that other people can check him out, because he is amazing. Now just to tell you, I am looking at a Google document from on my other screen, which is why I am taking my time. Now it's just to... Okay, so the thing that is wrong right now is the fact that it might take some time, because the script goes through it really, really fast. So, to make this play correctly, I'm planning... I don't know if that will work. It's only one way to find out, I guess. This might break the game. Okay, it works. Okay, but that gives us the exact same effect. But then again, I could probably... The life of game dev. Now that's a lot better. And that should be it for the sound effect of dying. Now we have do the collectible blob. Blob sound, coin sound. Let's go. Disgusting. Disgusting. Okay, the coins sound like shit, but the bulb, sorry, sounds amazing. Now, okay, now we have sound effects. I'm not gonna add a jumping in sound effect. I'm not allowed. No, I refuse. Now, for the last part of this devlog tutorial, tutorial, I would like to talk about the Mac OS version of this game, because it's coming out on Mac as well. Now, the Mac version is known as Mitoda Supreme, but that doesn't mean it's like actually supreme. It's just the naming convention of my games. Or not the naming convention of my games, but the macOS version is, of course, called Mitoda Supreme. It has all of the same features as the Windows version, but it's called Mitoda Supreme because when I created it on my Mac, I named it Project Mitoda Supreme. Now you might have noticed up in the corner this thing, Blob 2D. Now the Blob Awakens is unsuccessful, to say the least. And then when I created this project, I named it Blob 2D. And then I came up with the name Mitoda and Mitoda Supreme. Mitoda Supreme being a Mac, blah blah blah, you know the deal. I'm planning on making more, because I obviously want to make more. And yes, now that I've talked about that, the last topic is music, because I will admit that I'm not the most talented person to create a game with music. Now the piano created in GarageBand, and while I am on the lookout for like a somewhat small and somewhat cheap media controller, or just in general keyboard, I have like a recorder behind me at the moment. Not gonna play it because it sucks. And I also have my voice, which sometimes might work for singing some songs, like the opera people, whatever. But in other words, I really don't have that many musical talents. But since the trailer was so well received, currently having amassed 131 views and 11 likes, I can't back out now. I wasn't actually planning on what on earth does that mean? And it seems like, oh wow, what? And it seems like people really do enjoy my type of content somehow. Yeah, 131 views on that video. I posted in, had a premiere, no one showed up, and then all of a sudden this happens. Now I don't mind at all. Actually, I kinda like it. But that's not the point. The point is that I have now created something, and I have to fill it out, I guess. Fill it out for you people. Therefore, while I am planning on playing piano mostly, I recently got an unexpected gift from my father, my dad, who is a musician, I would say. I think it's fascinating because none of my siblings are really that interested in music. And yet, I got a guitar. So it's, yeah, I got gifted a guitar. Don't know why, but I think it's cool, actually. So I'm planning on learning my guitar. I'm planning on learning how to play the guitar, and also planning on learning how to play the piano. That wasn't a piano, that was a guitar. So because of that, while the game could release like tomorrow, if I just put the effort in of adding more sound effects, stop it. I really cannot do that because it would feel empty creating a game with no music. And while I have the recording of the first theme, which I call Shadow of Light, I think, I am not going to put out a game before some form of music has been added, which will take time because I don't play music that often. And then while I have a guitar, which isn't, I think it's like 12 years maybe, it's an old guitar, and therefore it's going to take time to create music, and I don't have the piano yet. And while I have a recorder, I'm not going to use the recorder, of course not. So, that's the plan. Me learning music, completing the game. I could be done within a week if I wanted to, but... And while I could release like a demo without sound or audio in general, I might actually do that. But for now, what you get is whatever you just heard. So I do hope you enjoyed this video, with most of it being visual with pictures and some of it being visual with Visual Studio and Unity. And also I do hope that when the game eventually releases, that you will be able to support it fully, because that would mean a lot to me. Therefore, I thank you again for watching this video. Like and subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get notified. Next time we are going to add a menu, which is simple, and we are going to do more, I suppose. Until next time, I see you. I have been Marmine, your not so local game developer, talented person, and this is goodbye. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend. You have been the one. You have been the one for me. Goodbye, honey.